The majority of the most well-known figures in the New York drill scene, one of the most bizarre waves in the rap game, are either already dead or imprisoned. However, Blockwork has been there from the start, and now we're going to examine how he overcame snitching. Rumors was expelled from his block and managed to endure the city's most vicious beast. Blockwork was repping to O in Harlem before he began disparaging his own friends and squabbling with everyone in New York. Blockwork didn't even consider rapping back then. Instead, he was getting involved in the streets and working to improve his financial situation. However, everything changed when he was imprisoned. Another O affiliate, OT Baby, entered the booth and began dropping drill songs while Blockwork was confined. On the track, Ready for War, OT talks about getting active early and rapping 14 when I went up in that trap, 9 claps and that off the map. He got hit, and his body fell flat. Paramedics. Despite the fact that OT was only 15 years old, many people claim that he was the one who actually started the drill wave in Harlem. They were approaching with a red flag. Blockwork and OT had a close relationship, and Blockwork was the one who encouraged him to start rapping in the booth when he got home. On the second day after his return, Blockwork was in the studio just before EDI began to pop off. The Bronx X drill, W, was on the rise, and Shay K was one of the city's hottest new rappers. He represents the Bronx original artists, and after Edo's hit song Ready for War, Shay K collaborated with him on the song FTW. The O were also cool with DOA inside in the Bronx, but Edo got involved in an incident that led to the deadly beef. The biggest rapper from DOA, Clock, has serious problems with the YGs. One night a group called Structure invited him to a party, but he didn't know that some Y affiliates would also be there. OT didn't have any personal beef with the YG, so he went live on Instagram and declared that he was going to kill OT. The OGs had a beef with the Ys as well, but sources claimed that they weren't too upset about the situation and were simply going to let it go, because OT and the O were cool. However, after DOA, the OGs had to choose a side, and they continued to rock with the OY instead of DOA. At first, the beef wasn't even that serious though. K took a shot at Ida on the track, clicking and rapped, "Why these are actors? I shoot like the Raptors gang in the back, and they blitz like the Packers. You don't shoot like Kobe, you play for the Lacers." Then Ed dissed them on the track, Geek, and raps. Like, no, I don't play for the Lacers. Like, I'm a gangster taking them risk side. Okay, all that to my dick. But then the situation turned deadly, and Clock allegedly killed a dude from the OY named Waka. Waka allegedly tried to press K-Flock on the street and got killed, and K-Lock got locked up. Right when he was about to take over the whole game around the same time, Blockwork was popping off and did a track with Shay K called D&D. Some OY and OGs were forming a link-up called OY OGs, and on the track, D&D Blockwork rapped, "OY OGs till the day that I die. Bing. This block is not on my side spot. Him flock him, send him to God. No. I'm a demon, just look in my eye." D&D blew up like crazy and put Blockwork on the map. It was a huge moment for the OYOGs, link up too shy. K and Blockwork could have kept the momentum up, but then Blockwork and his homie Sugar Hill Keem got into a shootout that changed everything. Sugar Hill Keem is another rapper that was tied with Blockwork, or it linked up on tracks like Move Look and Wee Wee, dissing the ops together with lines like I said it passed me to deuce. And Imma up, it catch, he gets shot up in public shots, fired now, they're running and ducking, and J-Rip, he went down with them too. Blockwork and Keem were allegedly putting in major work in the streets together too, and Keem allegedly shot up a whip while they were in op territory after the shooting went down. Blockwork and Keem hopped in an Uber, but the cops pulled it over in New York. The cops aren't supposed to search the passengers of an Uber or a taxi unless they probable cause, but Keem Dryon shown himself like crazy, and the cops ended up finding a gun on him. Blockwork and Keem both got arrested, but Blockwork posted bail and came home the next day. According to him, Keem was mad at him over $500. So Keem started spreading rumors that Blockwork snitched on him. There wasn't any paperwork to back the rumors up, but people still ran with the story that Blockwork was riding on his homies, and that's when the OY and OG stopped rocking with him. Everyone was calling Blockwork and Snitch OT by that time, so it didn't matter that Blockwork even uploaded a video proving Keeman on himself. Blockwork was activated by Baby, and the majority of the other OY and Shay K began disparaging them as well. Shay K and Keem touched the ground, dropped the track, and Keem rapped. He came out the same day we were booked with the knock. You're a jerk and you're suing me. You'd better not let it get to me because I know where you're lying. Blockwork then switched sides and let all three of them run wild on the track. Blockwork says, EK, we know you're a bum, and we know she got shot by you because Shay K and his sister were both shot, and he reportedly did nothing about it. Foolish. It's a gun's beam. Block works and shoots at his old friend if you don't run. He clapped back at Keem and added, I know where you lay. You know where I lay. Pop out, let's play, got booked with the chop. Say what I paid Bill. You know that I'm up, EDI and WSEDI baby. Im a flame him. I know they're changing clout. Im not trying to be famous. The block worker claimed that, despite paying half of Keem's bail, Keem continued to cheat on him. According to the block worker, Keem was expelled from his home and used to crash with block worker because he had nowhere else to go. Without a block worker, Ed and Keem maintained their momentum and were dominating the game. However, in May 2022, Keem was booked once more and received a 5-year sentence. A few months later, the OI suffered yet another significant setback when NAD Osama was fatally stabbed after attempting to touch one of his operations. The majority of people only learned about Nawi because of what transpired with a group named 41, even though NY and his brother D had been rapping for a few months, and both repped the O. There are a few different accounts about how the drama began, but most people believe that Shay K started disparaging 41 because they were cool with Blockwork. 41 is a drill crew from Brooklyn that had nothing to do with the Beef Harlem or the Bronx, but they were run by the same guy who was in charge of Blockwork and allegedly used to manage Shy K as well. While on Instagram, Live Shy K allegedly made fun of them first by saying 401k. Nobody knows who began the drama, but some believe that 401 was pressed because Shay K was asked to do a feature and he declined. However, once 41 and Shot began to argue, 41 claimed to be smoking on Shay K's deceased father, so Shaw rapped Yo Henry and dropped the song, New Ops. What are you dissing about? You're merely requesting a feature claiming that you're going to pull up and bleach her after smoking my poppers with that 41. On the same song, Shaw criticizes Blockwork once more and calls him out for reportedly attempting to sue him. The story was never verified, but it was said that Blockwork had a financial dispute with Shaw after they dropped D&D. Then when the OG movement was still going strong, and Osama hopped into Shy KB for 41 and dropped the song 41K. Blockwork claimed to have taught Naughty how to rap, but Nawi dissed him as well and rapped the song saying, Y'all jacking the snitches. Okay, y'all, going to get stitches. Call up my twin when it's time for the mission trying to spin through the 8. Trying to see who, we clicking? Who the is, that you jacking 41? Then you losing your life. Blockwork was cool with 41 at first, but he stopped rocking with them after they diss him. Blockwork had been dissing him before he died. But Blockwork still loved him and shouted him out on tracks like Naughty Gang when he rapped, Damn, I lost, bro. Naughty dying was a huge loss for the O. Then F1 took the disrespect to a new level when they dropped the song Naughty Bop and made it dance to clown Naughty for being stabbed to death. Talking about how naughty I'm spinning tonight makes me feel uneasy. I received a D on the strap, am not fighting. So shoot first. Blockwork was devastated by Naughty dying, and he lost another friend when Ada Baby took his own life. Blockwork stated that they were going to crush the beef, which they had been doing for some time, before OT passed away. Shay K claimed that after learning that Blockwork was present at SS burial, he wished to murder him.
Went to the funeral, they said Blockwork is off the block. You know what I said? Word to my day, come down this block.
Who funeral, Ida?
When we was at the funeral, you know what's going on. They said Blockwork is up the block. I said, word to my day, come up the block. We clap at him in front of this shit. They said, y'all not doing this, eat our shit.
However, Blockwork made it apparent that he still loved Ia by rapping, Where did you go in the song, Dying to Live? Part 2, You Were Only With Me. We were merely making jokes and laughing about Lee. When you passed away and spoke on E with the he dot, it broke my heart. You know I don't want you to go, so I'm going to smoke you. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve right now. Blockwork stated, talk on naughty after having a night out on the track, a blast bro. Why do you jack Block when they like him? He refers to you as a rat. He learned how to rap a track from me. There's more to it than that. I consider myself a realist when no one asks day. I assured him that he would prevail. Blockwork was obviously affected by the drama with his former friends and getting slain, and he stated, the beef? I just want to be loved on the same track. Are you a gangster? On my block, you never did nothing. Only my rifle and I are involved. Too much suffering. I believe I need to be hugged. It's unclear what caused the drama between the OWI and OGs after they had been cool for a while, but both sides began sending shots, and Shay K even did the naughty thing Shy K had mentioned, wanting to shoot Blockwork at a funeral, but it wasn't long before Shot switched up on the OWI and was disparaging their deceased members. Blockwork has been being made fun of in the disc industry for years because of the Sugar Hill Keem situation, but he still showed love to his old friends when they passed away. He has been working to end the feud for a while. So he went on Instagram and said he doesn't care about influence and just wants to mend all the broken relationships he has. He also sent a message to all of his old friends, saying he was sorry for any mistakes he made, but that they should get together and put an end to it. He also discussed the Keem situation, stating that it didn't involve anyone else. In the same post, Blockwork clarified that he was never hanging out with old Wise operations, as people claimed he did. After 41 began dissing naughty Blockwork made it apparent from away that he wasn't cool with the scenario, despite some people spreading the rumor that he was siding with them. In 2024, Blockwork put an end to his feud with his friend, but there has likely been too much drama for everyone in the O to be cool with him again. No Jumper was informed by Dilo Lockwork that it would benefit everyone if the beef was stopped.
I feel like every little borough, there's a rapper out there that has potential. It's just how far they want to push themselves, you feel me? I think people got to stop thinking like beef-wise and more trying to collaborate, you feel me? Because it's better 2 over 1, you feel me? So if people just start like using their resources instead of stop trying to battle against other people, it'll be better for us as a whole, because at the end of the day, when you see something go up on the internet about everything, it's New York as a whole. We all get looked at.
And Duty L trying to push peace too. He posted on IG about how it's okay to stay out of the streets and said that if you can live life without worrying about ops in the feds, then you're already winning.
Blockwork even showed respect to K-Flock in the interview and said he was solid even though they were beefing.
When we was locked up, we was all good. Like, it'd be cool situations where he telling me like he talking to people from my neighborhood while I'm in there. And we were just cool to a certain point where it wasn't no static, because at this point, we the only 2 niggas in the jails that got the same ops.
K-Lock and Blockwork were both imprisoned in the same location prior to Blockwork's musical career, but it appears that K-Lock may be leaving for good. While K-Lock was battling the murder charge, his crew was also hit with the RICO case, and police arrested 8 members of the Set Side and Third Side gangs, including Clock on murder, racketeering, and gang charges. K-Lock was booked for Walker's murder, but everyone believed he had a chance to win the case and return home. Prosecutors claimed that between 2019 and 2022, the 2 gangs terrorized their Bronx neighborhoods by shooting at rivals and striking innocent bystanders. The most serious charge against Clock is murder, but the police also listed at least 7 other shootings that occurred in the Bronx in the indictment. If found guilty, Clock faces mandatory life in prison, and possibly the death penalty, but at least it appears that some of his old friends are sticking together. His friend Sticky, who's also arrested on the RICO charge, made it clear he wasn't about to snitch. Sticky posted some photos of himself in K-Look with the caption F at Rolling Loud together. Guess we got to fight these people, put together it's all fun and games till them people come. They said, tell us about Kevin, help yourself. 30 years is a long time. Well, guess. I'll see you in 30 years. Flock has been locked up for years and is on his 4th set of lawyers, but his trial is finally set to start in 2025. The snitching rumors definitely hurt Blockwork's career, but he's still grinding in the booth, While a lot of the people who came up in the drill scene at the same time have died or gone to jail, not running up huge numbers like he did back when he was still cool with all the old WI, but in March 2024, Blockwork dropped a tribute to OT and almost hit 1 million views with it. Blockwork's numbers aren't as big as they used to be, but he survived all the beef, and it looks like he's really trying to take everything to the next level. And if more of his old homies and the old Y link back up with him, they could kick off a new wave in Harlem drill without all the beef that's been getting everyone killed and locked up.